the Whitman building, also 203 East Broadway. This is a building that was hit by the E1 tornado. 3/4 of the roof was tore off. Met today with the insurance company and also with Jason Robbins from my brother, who's also from JR Commercial Roofing. And we met with the adjuster to find out what's the next steps, what do we need to do. It's not just about what you see, it's about what you don't see. And so with all the water that came through our roof on the second floor and the first floor, all the way down to the basement, you have water moisture that's in the ceilings, water moisture that's in the walls. They're using meters to try to figure out exactly what the level is. Right now there's a lot of testing going on. We have all kinds of huge vents going through, blowing hot air into all different floors, and then also trying to get the humidity out of the building. We're going to have to end up tearing out most of the ceilings, tearing off walls. So far we've had to tear out the carpet, and then we've also had to tear out a lot of the ceiling. And so it's making sure that you can get it dried out, and then also ripping out those things that you're not able to dry. Old buildings like this, you have multiple layers on the walls, a lot of times multiple layers on the floor. You might have a wood floor that you're looking at now, or carpet, but underneath it is linoleum or a vinyl, which is not made for moisture to go through, but when it does go through, it also doesn't allow the moisture to come out. We're very fortunate that we had, good insurance on this building, where they're gonna come in and they're gonna be able to get it dried out. We're in a holding pattern right now. We were given permission today to go ahead and get the roof put on and get it buttoned up that way, and then we'll have to continue the process on the inside. And so we're going to be working on getting the windows put in next, after the roof is put on, just to make sure no more outside weather gets in. So we had the wind, the tornado actually blew in one side of the building, and then it pressurized the building, and so it popped out a lot of windows, and then it lifted the roof. Across the street, the same thing basically happened, where bricks were flying, falling off the building, and part of that roof also peeled off on Mod Speckle Bellies in the 100 block. And so our roof was 3/4 of the roof that came off. You also had all of your heating and cooling being moved on our roof and their roof. And so it's very select roofs. There was a number of them in the downtown area that took some damage, the courthouse and a few others. But then there's a lot of roofs that were not impacted by it. We do believe that part of it was the pressurizing of the buildings. And you always hear about in the tornado, open the windows, you want to depressurize the building. Well, there was no chance to do that when it happened so quick. Behind me, what you have is what's called an arid dry system. This is pumping air in that's about 105 degrees. And then there's these tubes going throughout the upstairs and the downstairs. And there's holes throughout it, allowing the air to go in, but then also recirculating the air back into this system. And that's to try to get the humidity and the moisture out of the building. And so it's only going to impact what's exposed until we're able to go in and start getting what's wet tore out. So from the east side of the building, you had the roof was actually ripped up, 3/4 of it, and it just flew off and went and landed in the street about a half a block away. And we had a portion of the sidewall also taken out, about a 3 to 4 foot section. And so this allowed a tremendous amount of rain to go in through the side of the building and also through the top. It did make it a little more challenging to be able to get buttoned up, just because you had such a large opening on the side also that was harder to tarp, but it is taken care of now. We're looking at a situation where a lot of moisture went behind this siding, and then most likely all of this siding will come off of this building, and we'll do something different with this building. So thankful for JR Commercial Roofing. If you have a commercial roof that has been damaged, or you think it's been damaged, or maybe you just need someone to inspect it to find out if your drains are clean and make sure nothing's clogged, give JR Commercial Roofing a call.